got it on. My mother conflicted with the whole thing.
Wow, look at
It's terrific. Minus the skirt. I'm losing quite a bit of weight, but I feel perfectly terrible. Yeah. You ought to be in pictures. You're wonderful to see. You ought to be in pictures. Oh, what a hit you would be. You ought to be in pictures. You're wonderful to see. You ought to be in pictures. Oh, what a hit you would be. I'm still after your brother. I'm never going to give up. I'm after little brother. Oh, what a hit you would be. Oh, it's a nice day. Isn't it terrible? I've no makeup. Mother's fine. I just swallowed the last bit of lobster. I stole the cake last night. And she gave me very strong coffee this morning. I felt awful. So then I ran all around 2 talks with Margie McCool and left me gasping. You know, I'm so afraid of her anyway. She's a friend of my brother's. You know, she's nice, but she's a friend of my brother's. Could make a lot of trouble. She said I was having a nervous breakdown. I should go to Atlantic City. I'm not that broken down yet. You ought to be in pictures. What has he got on? You're wonderful to see. You ought to be in pictures. Oh, what a hit you would be. I'm sorry about the makeup, but I haven't been able to find it yet.
You look great. You look great.
Listen, it's a beautiful day. Another hurricane's coming. Did you know that? You ought to be in pictures. You're wonderful to see. You ought to be in pictures. Oh, what a hit you would be. I don't know the other words. Is my hat falling off?
No.
Major, you're in blue today. You ought to be in pictures. You're wonderful to see. You ought to be in pictures. Oh, what a hit you would be. I have to go put makeup on, Major.
Okay.
I think the little hurricane is coming. This is a what? A scenario?
It'll be made into one.
Well, you know why I like it? Because someone came here, I won't tell you who it was, and they said, you know, the man owned a film company, and I guess these people were representing him. And guess what they said? They said Julie Christie could play Edith Beale in the movie. I'm telling you, I almost went crazy. I don't want anybody playing Edith Beale. I don't want anybody playing me. You know, a lot of people wouldn't mind that.
Who would play your mother? Ethel Barrymore.
When could you ever get a person to play Mother? When I saw Gigi, I thought, you know, that was Mother. Remember Gigi? I never saw the play. I just saw the movie. I saw the movie 3 times and cried and cried and cried. I was always mad about that girl, Leslie Caron. I think she's marvelous. Lois went with me. I don't think Lois likes movies. So, at the end of the movie, guess what Lois said? I think it would have been better with Audrey Hepburn, says Lois. Imagine a great actress like Leslie Caron, and Lois comes out and says, I mean, not that Audrey Hepburn isn't good, but there's only one Leslie Caron. Only one. So anyway, So that's why I let you do this. Because when I thought of the other way, and somebody playing Edith Beale, and another thing, I can't write anything, I realize that now. I mean, about my personal life. I could write it in a novel, you know, if I could write a novel, and not put down the, my real name, and, you know, not do it under the real names. I'm mad about the Maysles. So I do think this is the right way to do it. This was taken for the Tropical Ball in the late 1930s in New York City. And shall I tell where they put it? In Macy's elevator. You know, I wasn't a professional model, but some people saw it and they said that my picture was hanging in Macy's elevator. So I called up Macy's and they said, yes, it was true, and they apologized. But they said they couldn't help using it. It was so good looking.
They didn't give you a penny. They put it in the elevator and they gave you a nickel.
And it was taken by a very famous photographer. I think his name was Arthur O'Neill. And he wanted me to become a model, photographer's model. And I was so terrified that I ran out of the studio because I wasn't supposed to be going to the ball anyway. You know, I was afraid of my father. He didn't want me to go out alone to dances.
What's this whole thing about the Barbizon? I never could understand that story.
Yeah. I mean, he went there, Edie, to
Yeah.
live.
And why did she go there? I mean, what was the circumstances? What was
Why'd
happening?
you go there, Edie? Hmm?
Because you gave me all that stuff for my apartment.
You didn't like the apartment, did you? Got rid of
I was terrified the whole time I was there.
it. Was dangerous, the
Because of
penthouse.
all your valuables.
Well, you lost them anyway.
So I put them in storage and moved back to a woman's hotel.
And they were lost and stolen. I always allowed let Edie do anything she wanted to do, always did. She wanted to go in and see that man. You know, I helped her pack a bag, gave her $25, sent her in groceries from my grocery store. Gould suggested 1,000 jobs for Edie at the Trapegan.
Well, what I'd like
The
to say,
Trapegan school, you learn everything, you know.
what I'd like to
You
say
learn television.
is that perhaps now women are going to get what they want out of life. I don't know. They may have a chance now.
Why didn't you go to the Trapegan and learn all that stuff? You could have learned ballet in less than 6 months. You didn't have to go to that Broadway place.
So what did you think when she came back from the Barbizon?
I had to build her up. She was very sick. And I was very happy to do it.
She was sick?
Yeah, very delicate and very ill.
Oh, she thought I was too thin. I was fine, just as hungry as
No,
ever.
she was very delicate, very bad. I thought she had leukemia, whatever you call it.
She didn't like thin women.
No, I don't like delicate women. I hate them. They can't have babies. They can't do anything. Oh, I was very happy to have her with me. I was happier than I've been in ages.
I didn't know I came back to give Gould a vacation.
Yes, he wanted a vacation.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he went everywhere. He couldn't find any place to stay. He went right back to East Hampton. He says the best place on earth.
Oh, New York, I didn't like at all. I landed in New York at the wrong time. 1946, I went out on my own. And, well, 1947, I spent in Palm Beach, working at Saks as the only model with no air conditioning. I didn't stay there long. Then I went back to New York, because Mother wouldn't come down to Palm Beach. And then Mother fought my going to New York. She didn't want me to go to New York for the winter. And then I got in there, and I moved from hotel to hotel. I couldn't find any comfortable spot. I don't know. See, I'd been on the East River. I had an apartment with my father 1 year. I forget. Well, it was in the 1940s, and I hated that. And then I visited an old friend who had an apartment on the East River. And do you like the East River? Do you boys know the East River?
Not very well. I never lived on it. But...
Some people like it. They have penthouses or places on the East River. It didn't agree with me at all. You get the air from Long Island, but it's dank, the East River. You hear boats and everything, but it isn't real. I can't explain it. The Hudson is really real, even though it's got the factories and the New Jersey shore and all the smoke and pollution and everything.
I see what you mean.
So then I got the call from Mother to come home.
She called you?
Yeah, I told you about the pressure she put on for 3 months.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought
From March until July, end of July. 1952. I had to go back.
She has a
Come
different
back.
story of that, I think.
Yeah,
Different
but she's
impression.
not talking about the same thing.
Oh.
She says that I had free time to accomplish something for years because she was separated from my father. But I was always down here in this house.
You know what I'm going to tell you. You're not ready, are you? You're not doing anything, are you?
Yeah, we're ready. Whenever
Oh, but you
are.
mustn't because I got to get my bearings here.
Okay.
I want to get a good picture. I don't want to waste it.
There's 36 of them.
Yeah, but I don't want to waste one of your pictures, kid. I want to get all of your neck in, David. Could you get further to your brother? Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's much better, yeah.
Push your left hand out a little bit.
You want it out that way?
I mean,
That way?
push the camera, the left, that's it, that should get it better.
I'll see.
You see it's in there?
Oh, you wait now. No better. No. I could be backed up more.
Good,
Oh, I want to
David?
get a good one of you now. I got your arm all the way down to your elbow. You like that?
Okay.
Sky, now wait, don't move. You people have to stay still now. Yeah, that was better.
Okay.
Yeah,
David,
but take some more.
Hit it.
You can't tell how good I am after all these years.
Are you ready for your steeplechase? Lorraine, Lorraine, Lorraine. You're booked to ride your capping race today at Kuntalee. You're booked to ride vindictive for all the world to see. To keep him straight and keep him first and win the run for me. Its husbands could be cruel, I have known for seasons 3. But oh, to ride vindictive while a baby cries for me. But she mastered young vindictive. All the gallant lass was she. And kept him straight and kept him first, and won the race as near could be. But he killed her at the brook against a pollard willow tree. Oh, he killed her at the brook, the brute, for all the world to see. And no one but the baby cried for poor Lorraine, Laurie. I cry every time I do that.
It's better not to have a husband. Furthermore, he wanted that baby all to himself. That's why he did it, killed the mother. Aren't men terrible? Absolutely
I get very sad when I say that.
terrible.
Edie, you do a little song nicely, will you, babe? Edie? Do it nicely, will you, babe?
Now, where am I? January 10th. See, I know all about Capricorn men, David, darling. You understand, so I know your type very well. Here it is. These natives possess a bold imagination, a keen mind, ever-seeking knowledge, and improvement. That's you, David, darling. Will aid, a keen mind, ever-seeking knowledge of improvement, will aid something maybe more than that. That's you, David. You're terrific. Absolutely terrific. I knew it. Didn't you know your younger brother was terrific, Major? Can't get married to Sagittarian. They are very compatible so far as physical love goes, but there is little else that could be considered in a union here. Only a good psychologist will be able to hold this marriage together. Terrible.
That you? You
It's
Scorpio?
Al. He can't marry me. I'm Scorpio and he's Sagittarius. See, Scorpio is physical, really, and they think that Virgo and Cancer are mental signs. And they think if you get one partner mental and the other physical, that the marriage will be very good. Now, why they think that, I don't think that at all. Because the people that I wanted to marry, really, were Sagittarians. And they say, above all, don't marry Sagittarius. So I think they've got it all wrong. I don't know. But anyway, here's Scorpio.
Maybe that's why you never got married.
Yeah, I'm crazy about horoscopes. I wouldn't marry anybody when they said it wasn't right. Isn't that awful? You know, because I went back to the Catholic Church. I shouldn't even be talking about astrology. If the birthday is between November 1st and November 11th, it will be necessary to handle the Scorpion pride with care. You see, that's what is so often forgotten. Pride. Nobody takes that into account. They think you don't have it or something. You know, people are very, very sensitive. No one takes into account how sensitive a person really is. I don't mean just a Scorpion or Libra. Everybody, they're terribly sensitive. And other people don't understand how sensitive a human being is. They don't understand it. So they run roughshod over everybody. So where am I here? Oh, yes. These natives have dualistic tendencies and a very changeable and unpredictable nature. You know what they said? That I was schizophrenic. You know, no Beale is schizophrenic. Too strong. That was written down that I was a schizo. My
Where?
God. Somebody wrote it in an article. Somebody down in the village said I was a schizophrenic. No one with convictions is schizophrenic. It's when you get a terrible kind of a, I don't know. You don't know what's up or something. You're schizophrenic.
Split personality.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
People don't use
I never
words
had any
accurately
split
anymore.
personality. I have a hell of a temper. It's southern. God, I never changed my heart ever once. You know, if you're born with something, you're born with it. God, nothing schizophrenic about my nature. A changeable and unpredictable nature. Their greatest battles will be with themselves. Correct. I'm gonna leave this place very soon, and all the stuff that goes with it. We're gonna have all that awful gang in here today. Billy, Jerry, Lois, Marjorie. Listen, I feel fine.
Great.
But everything is in a hell of a mess. My mother is yelling for something. Her little bag of ribbons. You saw Jerry just put the drawer right on the floor. So everything rolled around, so I had to wash all the silver again and find all the little stuff.
I like your suit. I like your bathing suit.
Oh, I feel wonderful. So how are you? Hey, Al, we have to live in Venice or Milan.
Winter time for Venice.
What?
Winter time for Venice, okay?
Al?
Yeah.
Hey, Mother, it's the Maysles.
Jerry, when did you have your hair done?
Saturday of last week.
You got a
Before
peach,
the
didn't
wedding.
you?
Excuse me?
Your hair's beautifully done. Did you have a hard time having the women let go of your arm when you took them up to the pew? Did you?
I only took up
Were
2
they
women.
squeezing on?
I took up
Well,
2
did you
women.
give you the high sign and all that sort of thing?
Mother, it was a wedding.
Yeah, which girl did you like the best, Jerry?
Poor Jerry.
Did you see any girl you liked?
Nah.
What about the bridesmaids? The bridesmaids, were they pretty?
They were all married.
Well, I think you can be pretty when you're married. Well, were they pretty?
She's mad about Jerry.
Who's mad about Jerry?
You're mad about Jerry.
You still give me a good smile.
Mr. Torrey's
Wouldn't
very
your father go wild if I fell in love with you?
Why would he? Why should he?
You wouldn't allow it. I want my son to marry a nice young girl. Did you ever take a picture of a man with a better face than that? Don't lie now.
He's one of the Medicis, isn't he?
The Medici.
Yeah, you're right. He is.
I don't know. To me, his face is absolutely perfect.
Mother's in love with Jerry.
No, it doesn't. I see the face. No,
Fell
no,
for Jerry.
He's not. He's the typical Italian face.
The Medici.
Yeah. I don't think Americans can touch that face, do you?
You want one of these? These are marvelous things. The same donuts? Same ones.
Yeah.
I thought they were handmade.
They are.
Is that why they didn't make me sick?
Yeah,
I ate
guess
two the other morning. They're the only donuts that I didn't get indigestion from. Well, I'll give you some when you come upstairs. I won't bother you now.
And it goes from north. No, it goes from Montreal to the beginning of Alaska every day. Not every day.
Did you just land this?
Today I called up and I said, well, I lost this job. How about that one? And it said, sure, we can come
out
up.
and tell Mother.
Margie's very worried.
You're right, Mom.
She says she can't take any have a
I live
picture.
here.
She can't have any pictures taken of herself. She promised. It's in a contract that she will never appear.
You mean there are two divorces forbidden?
Yes, that she said she can't. It's all written with. She can have it.
She own RKO.
Your face is
MGM?
so ugly. Look at that. Woman's supposed to be pretty. Did you ever see such an ugly face? Oh, God. Thank God for Jerry. He smiles. He's beautiful. He stays beautiful. Oh, God. There you go. Well, once again, do you want a handkerchief?
Okay.
Well, it's too late now. All the germs are around the room, but I'll give you some part of this just to be sanitary.
I'm going up to Canada to
Alone?
work for a railroad.
Alone?
Yep.
No chaperone of any kind?
No.
No overseer?
No.
Suppose you get drunk, they throw you in a pile of snow. What do you mean?
I don't want to have to cut my hair.
What'd you say, Jerry?
They don't like long hairs. I don't want to have to cut my hair. So it's
You
going
mean
to have to be
Wall
a pretty
Street?
unique job.
You mean in Wall Street you couldn't get a job, is that
Oh,
I don't think so with long hair.
No?
No. And I don't have to cut my hair. I don't want to have to go to. I want to get a job. I like money. I want to make it.
Jerry,
I don't want to
go on that
starve the rest of
switch
my
thing.
life.
Feel with those people.
I don't want to
Don't go
starve
on
the rest
that
of my
switch thing.
life. I want to make money. I want to have nice things.
You will.
And then we had a phone call from Jerry. His brother is bringing him over to take him back to the family gathering or something. They didn't want him wandering around. I think they're worried about us. I don't think they like Jerry to stay here. They think he's going to stay here. I think Mr. Torrey thinks that... I think he thinks that we're fast. You understand? He thinks that we're too sophisticated for Jerry. He doesn't want him moving in those circles. You understand? Because I think whenever they think that Jerry's going to stay here, they said that a brother or Mr. Torrey comes down to get him. I think his family's rich. I can't make... Though he tries very hard to work and escape the family, but the family arm is always reaching for him. If you get what I mean. I can't explain it. Jerry's quite an amazing character.
You got to get practical in your old age, Edie. If I wasn't practical with that poor little Jerry, why, he would have left here long ago.
Mother, I think that's about the worst thing you ever got into. I'm telling you right now, the outrageous prices.
35 and 25?
No, Mother, you're completely impractical with that kid, let's face it.
Oh, no, they all got 25 and 35. Everybody told me that.
I know, but he did a little bit of work in a
No,
great
he's the
home.
greatest worker I ever had in my house.
She's mad about little Jerry, and I don't know why.
I think he's very handsome.
I feel terribly sorry for him. I have a terrible feeling that something terrible's going to happen to him. You know, because he looked so much like the marble fawn. And that had a very, that had quite a disastrous ending. Or something terrible happened there. Nathaniel Hawthorne, he always wrote these thrillers and everything. Something terrible happened.
Well, Lydia, I think I'll go and lie down and get your backache.
I have a terrible feeling that Jerry may fulfill his destiny in some way. You know, tragic destiny. I don't know what it is.
Enough said. Come on, quit it. You gonna be here when he dies?
He may not come back. I don't know.
And she pretends that she doesn't like Jerry.
Oh, she doesn't want you to go.
I think she's madly in love.
Don't go. It's too dangerous. I thought of you last night. I said, but Jerry's going to Canada. He may never come back. Do you want to speak to Jerry?
Well, yes.
Just a minute. Here's Mother. You want to speak to him?
Where is he, New York?
Yes. Isn't that funny?
Hello, little Jerry. Oh, I'm just fine, dear. I missed you very much. Well, of course, dear. We missed you terribly. Well, when are you coming? Well, listen, dear. I'll pay for the call when I see you. And good luck. Let me know when you're coming.
Pay for the call.
Good night, dearie. Give my love to everybody. Bye. So what are you doing since you went away?
Oh, I
I
was
didn't
staying
know
at
you
my parents'
put the
house.
bright lights on me. What, babe?
My mother's not feeling well at all.
Your mother?
Yeah.
Sorry. What's the matter with your mother?
She has something with trouble breathing.
She does, dear?
Yeah, really hard time.
Sorry about that. What happened to the Canadian trip? Didn't take it
It's
then?
too far.
Didn't take it, did you?
Yeah, right. I just forgot it.
What was the put off on that, Maine?
Well, my roots are in New York City. I don't want to leave.
You're which?
My family's there. My friends are here. I don't want to leave New York.
I don't blame you. Would it be awfully icy up there?
Yeah, like it's really cold. There's no jobs. There's very little entertainment. There's really nothing to do.
Well, play mine, will ya?
Poor Mother.
Play mine, I reckon.
She doesn't like any of this. Is
I
that
do.
it? What?
I love them.
Wouldn't Lois go crazy? She should have seen this. She would
She's
have
not
almost
she's not
died.
a college.
God, David, you're terrific. That's the one for the dance, don't you think?
Hello, hippie. Face the gentleman.
Don't you think?
Face the gentleman. Hippie and me together. You take hippie?
What's happening?
Yeah.
I have some of the most beautiful kitties in the world. I just wanted to elope with those kitties. Put them in the big basket and elope with them. Their faces, they had a face like Jerry, you know. Lots of pathos, expression. Oh, what beautiful expressions they had in their faces. Oh, gorgeous. All Angora, you know. Long-haired kitties. He's been sick too, you know. He's got those horrible things, Jerry, all on the back
Tragic
of his
with all
neck.
6 cats. We don't
You
know
know,
what
he's
happened.
got
to them.
about 12 of those things right on the back of his neck. I can't take him out. I haven't the courage. Would you do it for me,
Oh,
Jerry?
don't be silly. Jerry's not going to do anything
that's
like that.
terrible,
Well,
Jerry.
he's not.
Would you
Jerry's
take him out,
not.
babe?
Don't touch
If you
him,
don't
Jerry.
do it, Jerry, I'll have to take him
No,
to the doctor.
Jerry, don't touch the kitten.
He has ticks.
No, they're not ticks, babe. They're
They're things that have gotten.
They're the same things that you complain
The
about.
fleas have gotten underneath the skin.
No, dear, what you complain about when you use that
You
spray.
can't do it. The doctor will have
Oh,
to do
no,
it.
the doctor-
Jerry is
Jerry?
not going to do it.
Well, when Edie's asleep, she sleeps.
We're not going to have Jerry
you
do
come
that.
in at half
I'm not
past 7.
listening because I'm not going to do it, and I don't want it to be disrespectful.
Well, I can't do it. I haven't got courage enough.
Yeah, but if Jerry starts pulling the kitten's neck, the kitten's gonna bite
Oh,
him
no,
or
you don't
do
do
something.
that. No, he
well,
does
it
it with his
isn't right
hand.
for the kitten to go through that.
Well, Jerry, darling, tomorrow when you come over here, I'll show you when Edie's asleep. You know, we'll do it. We'll do it together.
So I'm confused. I don't know who to listen to.
Will you listen to me? She doesn't pay the bills. I do.
Baby, where have you been? Hey, Jimmy boy. I can't figure out whether it's Jimmy or Pinky. Has he got one eye or two?
One.
Well, then that's Pinky. How did he get out? Here, Pinky. Here, Pinky. It's not his favorite cat. Here, Pinky. Here, Pinky boy. There's somebody walking in here. I guess the cat. You know, I think our cats are going to come back. One yelled around the house 3 nights ago. I meant to tell you. Yelled under Mother's window all night long. You know why it didn't come back? Because it smelled Jerry. Now, if Jerry would stay away about a month, I think we'd get at least 2 back. Somebody's gonna see us.
What is it?
I used to come out here and sit here just for hours. I found out it annoyed everybody in East Hampton, so then I never came on the front porch again. See, I swept the porch morning and night for about 20 years. And all the children used to come by, you know, with their mothers and fathers in the station wagons. And they'd all scream, "Cats! Daddy, where are the cats? Where are the cats?" And the cats would always walk around like this. And I used to feed them over there. So then after doing this for 20 years, I found out, you know, finally, that we'd annoyed the East Hampton village and annoyed everybody. And one woman said to me, "Haven't you got any pride? Don't you ever get sick?" she said to me. But I did stop it after all these people came in here, investigated how we lived. I never went out on the front porch again. And I put the cats out in the back and they were stolen. So, I don't know when I'll ever start it again. Well, I'll never let the cats out again, ever. They were in for the duration, because we only have 6 cats left. I'll never let one of them out again. Hello. Look at this one, my God, he's the image of Champ. Look at him, he has a cold, his nose is running.
I felt that. This is the biggest of all, Edie.
Pinky's definitely the father. Because it, you know, it's,
Daddy, to get out of the way.
it's completely, you know, what am I trying to say?
Here, look up and have your picture taken. Look up and have your picture taken. Look up. Look up.
We're not starting in with the cat thing again, don't worry.
Look up, Kitty, look.
I just couldn't go through it. 5 is plenty.
Well, you have to take care of these. You didn't know you were going to have these.
We may have to sell them,
Oh,
but I
look
don't
at
think we
that.
should have more than
Look at
5
that funny
cats.
thing on top of its head there.
I don't think we're going to breed again because we're not.
I think they ought to each have one of these. I'll bring them
They're
up.
too little. Don't give them away yet. The mother
I
will
think
go
that-
insane.
Oh, I think about it.
Please don't.
3 weeks, I think, would be plenty of time, don't you? 3 weeks? I think that would be.
I didn't want to
Can you
become
see
attached
how-
again.
Yeah.
Can you get a good
I'm so afraid to
picture?
become attached and start breeding them again.
Oh, come on. Be human.
Who could that be up there?
goodness sakes, this is Miss Lois Erdman Wright. The psalmist of the Hamptons. The psalmist of the Hamptons. The palmist.
Hello.
I mean,
Hi.
palmist, not
Lois,
psalmist.
all right.
Lois, darling, I have your $5 right
Oh,
here.
thank you. Hello.
Yeah, I thought the boys were Charles, the grocery boy,
Well,
or
this is a
you.
surprise. Here's
Mother's
another-
asleep.
This is an old magazine. That's fine.
Thank you. These are my bell bottom trousers.
Oh, you look
You
stunning.
know where they came from?
Yeah.
Brills. Not another article on Jackie. Not
No.
another one. What? Another one?
No.
Another?
Just a magazine this time.
Being a little bit better.
However, you have a fabulous headline. It's very, very long, and that's the gauge of your intelligence.
That's it right here?
This is your headline. And that's the line of a powwow, and that's a talent line.
Right here?
No, this line right there.
This little one?
No, this line right here.
Oh, that one there?
This is
You want my
secretary.
magnifying glass?
No, I had an aversion. I stopped reading poems. I started in 1940, when was it, 47. And then I stopped reading poems and did everything with writing and painting. So I decided,
Yeah,
I
you
got
took up painting.
egotistical. I decided that I wanted to do, I was tired of telling everyone else what they should be doing. I got too egotistical.
So don't you want to show
Yes,
some of
that's
your...
why I gave it up.
Lois, don't you want to show your painting?
No.
Take that painting out, Edie, behind the
yes,
icebox. I
that's
want it
Lois'
photographed.
painting.
Turn it towards Mr. Mays.
You know, it's mystical. It's the desert, the pyramids, and
How'd you
she
have your
has
window
water
all
in
right?
it too.
I
Oh,
don't know.
you're-
I
oh,
was
you're
so happy. I was in
I'm crazy
Montauk.
about
Oh, you want Montauk?
Yeah, so heavens knows what I'd paint.
Well, it does look like Montauk. Yes, there's one spot on
We
the
use it
back.
as a window shade.
Lois painted that, Al. And I suppose it's a flying angel. And I wasn't sure whether it was a devil, you see. So I didn't take any chances. So all the animals were in here, and I thought that was a wonderful thing to put up in an animal room, you know, about St. Francis of Assisi. When you consider what's going on today, and then you compare Lois, she's very gifted. She really is. She's very gifted. She exhibited at Guildhall quite a bit. I mean, they recognized her talent, and she had quite a few exhibits. And this is all art. You know this. This is another painting of Lois's. I have that hanging over there. The prophet. Desert chic. Maybe it goes in here. I don't know. Maybe I should put it in.
Oh, that present for you.
A present for me. How wonderful.
I said your mother
Ribbon
came from
also.
Kentucky.
Isn't that something?
Isn't that wonderful? I cherish anything from Kentucky.
See?
I can
I'm
really
gonna cry
have-
right
Take
away.
that? Can you take it?
Yes, she can take it. Has
Will the
bourbon.
AA allow you to
Oh,
take
Edie,
that?
don't spoil that now.
Bourbon, hard soul.
That she can't take that.
It does have bourbon in it.
Yeah, well, you can
The
take
AA
it.
won't allow that. We're in the presence of an AA
Lois, don't you think you could take that,
monitor
sweetie?
or something.
They call them the moon.
Jack Kennedy by Lois Erdman Wright. I don't think I'm holding it the right way.
You got it upside down, darling, but aside from that, it's a
Is it
very
that
pretty
way?
picture.
This is about a couple of months after the assassination.
Now tell me what I'm to...
Wait a minute.
Tell me what I'm to look
This is
for.
so long, I don't know which way.
See, Lois, you can't even recognize your own work.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Yes.
All right.
Let me see. You explain it to me, Lois, now, will you please?
I think
Oh, I
Jerry
see the
did
two
that when
eyes.
he moved it.
I see the two eyes. The two eyes right opposite
I
me.
mean,
isn't
the
it?
brain got kind of
Yeah, no, it's dirty. It just needs to be washed.
like the
The
raccoons.
picture's fine.
Yeah.
I can read any poem some other time when you're all out busy.
right now.
Just a minute, Lois. I must see what you're reading.
That's
Keep
one
on
of the
saying nice
widest
things,
spaces
Lois, you'll
I've
be extra
seen.
good. What would you say about the headline? It doesn't look too strong and it looks short.
Well, it has a little droop down to it.
I don't
you
believe
know,
people
and that
read
means
anything they
that's
say, you know, David.
Well, accordingly, you were born to have two marriages.
David's
you see. Two marriages. You're supposed to have two marriages.
One's a
Lois
David,
Brought-
David,
Isn't
the other's
Lois
Al.
terrific?
I don't
She's
know.
very
Let's
good.
see how many you actually actually have.
Very good, Lois. Isn't she, Mother?
You never told me about my marriages,
You
Lois.
you have a marriage line here and you rub the other one out. You know, you can change your marriage line. But in distance, they go from the heart line up this way. This marriage line is way up here in time. So that would indicate a marriage.
The one who has to have the heart is the man that marries you.
Yes.
Well, somebody told me I was going to have 7 husbands. I've only had
7.
1, but
Well, one
I don't know. Perhaps I can have 1 a year for the next.
7 great loves, maybe.
Did your mother teach you?
No, I just started.
My mother was
I read a
very
book
interested
on
in
it.
palmistry. I think it's an old
I read a book on palmistry.
art, isn't it? Old-fashioned art.
Oh, back to the ancient. Well, it's time was as old as
You
recorded
get tired
time.
of talking all the time.
Well, since I've had this
Oh, they
teeth
say
trouble,
the gypsies are wonderful.
I'm not a gypsy.
You better tell them that. You should have worn a costume. Now, Lois had not been converted then. She was converted much, much later. All her friends died from alcoholism. And she decided, in self-defense, she had to find some new friends. So the only place she could go was the AA and get the ones that were still alive, you know, that hadn't succumbed to the bottle and the terrible orgies that go with it. You know, the intense agony of the bursting, the hemorrhaging of the liver blows up finally. All the other horrible things that alcoholism produces. Sometimes when they have these seizures, the blood comes out of the ears, nose, eyes, and every place all together. And there are other ways to kill yourself, I really do think, than swigging down that rotten stuff. You know, it's fine if you just want to smoke, but if you really want to enjoy good food, and you take that awful whiskey and that awful stuff, fire water.
Maybe that ruined Lois' teeth.
Lois Wright never liked to eat. Mrs. Wright was the most terrific Kentucky cook, but Lois didn't like to eat at all. I don't know why, but she did. She was crazy about cake. I think she has Polish, Austrian blood. Lois just liked very, very gooey stuff. And she lived on black coffee. She was always very thin. And Mother couldn't change her. Just couldn't do anything with her.
Oh, is that the famous one?
Goodness,
Is that the famous diner right outside?
Lois,
Yeah.
I hope I
Hampton,
didn't make
yeah, I
you
know.
mad. I'm just fooling.
Yeah.
But you know me. Don't you know me by now?
No, we know how rude you can be at the drop of a hat.
No, not
You're
easy.
so rude to Jerry the other night. He went home crying. I saw him, tears in his eyes.
Lois, my unselfish days are over, let's face it.
Well, you won't have any friends if you're not sweet. Absolutely no.
Oh, sweet, yes, I must be sweet. That's it.
Well, I'm glad you're a little tiny bit more content than you were before they splashed you in the ocean.
Oh, I heard you went swimming. Did you enjoy it?
Why don't you go with her, Jerry?
No, I like to swim alone, Mother darling. I don't want to go with anyone. I would have
I
gone
wouldn't
in
dare
with,
go alone.
I would have gone in with
I'd
Albert.
drown right in
Was it
1
chilly?
second. Get the cat.
I am leaving now, so
Get the cat when he's
I
scared.
can see what
I'll
he's
go.
doing.
Well, Lois,
Say
darling,
goodbye.
thank
Bye,
you
Mrs.
for
Beale.
coming.
Well,
And come again tomorrow.
oh,
any
thank
day
but
you
I will
want.
not be on the beach.
You're not going?
No.
Why? Why would you be on the beach, babe?
Because he doesn't want me to be on the beach, and
She
I
didn't
don't
own that beach.
understand that.
That's a public beach.
No, it's Edie's beach, absolutely.
No, it isn't,
It's your
babe.
beach, Edie. If
We
you
owned
choose
it.
to
We
own
owned 36 feet of it at
What's
one
that?
time.
No, I understand, Edie.
Well, you better not be so understanding.
No, I'll see you all
That's
later, but
true.
not on the beach.
But
Goodbye.
thank you for the present, babe.
No, bye.
You want to come up to the porch? You want to come up?
Yeah, okay. Okay.
You remember what I did before we went to the Wainwright's coming out party? You said I lay down on the floor in front of Vladimir. We were coming down the stairs. And Mother said that I lay right on the floor up there in front of Vladimir. What? I feel fine. What? Oh, David, darling, are you all right?
Yeah.
Lois has called up.
I didn't tell her you were sick. I think Lois has a crush on you. But I did try to get rid of her. I said, you must go over to the 777 Air Squadron. They're all from New York City, Lois. And I said, with your car and all those clothes and those new teeth and that hairdress of yours, I said, you must go right over there. See, that's how to get rid of the other one.
Better put some makeup on. David, please help me.
It's burning up
The
there.
house is on fire and I don't know where it is. I can't find it.
Well,
I should have called the fire department a long time ago.
Call them up
I
now.
couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. Here it is. Oh my God.
Oh, look
Here
at
it
it.
is, please. You want a blanket? You want a blanket, David?
Okay. Call the operator. Just now,
I'll get it. I'll get it.
What is it? My blanket. Oh, my blanket. Oh, the house is burning down. Oh, please. Oh, please.
What's on fire?
There's a fire right here.
There it is.
Yeah.
Please call immediately, Mother. Call water.
You need water. You need water. Come on, some more water.
Call, Mother. Call.
David's calling. David's calling.
Please, Mother. Call. Fire department. Fire department. Quick. Call.
Watch out, watch out.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I'll do whatever you say. David, you want more water? You want more water?
You gotta go, David, running?
Yes, it's running. Open up all the windows.
Where is it? It's out. Yes, for God's sake. What is the matter with you? You crazy?
No, it's okay. It's smoldering now. I don't think it's dangerous.
Did you get the key? Please. That's the apartment. Hello?
It looks good now.
How did it start, you think?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go outside.
Be careful. Ooh.
Open up some more windows. Here goes a fire truck.
Yeah?
Yeah, going now. See it?
They're much more polite than they used to be. They used to go in every room. We have to finish, you know, fix the house up because they can arrest me. My brother's gonna make us leave now. He pays the taxes on the house. I must say, David, now your nerves are made of steel.
Did you thrill the fireman with that skirt?
Nobody would believe that, Al. They'd put me away, wouldn't
Did
they?
you thrill them with
Wouldn't
that
they?
skirt? Because it wouldn't pay for them to come up and save the fire if you didn't thrill them. It wouldn't pay them. Did you make it
I've
pay?
lost a lot of weight, thank
Did you make
God,
it
for
pay
everything.
saving the fire, the house?
God, I got some of this powder.
You made it pay, did you? Well, I got out in plenty of time to be saved.
The room was
You
full
know
of
what I'm
smoke.
sitting on? I'm sitting on one of those bags, you know, for the
David
bed.
and Al
And I thought
have
it was
nerves
an air
of
cushion. It
steel.
was going the air, and it was.
Oh,
going...
David and Al are absolutely superb. Nerves of steel.
Why did you frighten them so? I mean, why did you?
I go
scream at them?
crazy.
What?
I go crazy.
You never told me. You never
When I
told
see
me.
fire, I go out of my
Get
mind.
back, Edie, down there. Put your chair back a little further.
I go absolutely out of my mind.
Put your chair back.
But I always do the blanket trick.
Yeah, did you have to do it with Jacqueline's $300 blanket?
Didn't work.
What? It didn't work?
No, it didn't work. Burned a big hole and the fire kept on going.
It's unflammable. I knew she'd give me some unflammable with the fire.
Oh, is that why I didn't put... Oh, no, the head of the fire department, Mr. Gale, explained.
Oh, flammable fire.
He explained about the copper pipe heating the dry boards. He said no blanket would put that out.
He did say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, those boards were awful dry.
And you put chemical. I guess you have to have new copper pipes put in. You have to move out of the house, and Buddy will find out, and we'll all be arrested yet. I have to get them.
arriving in my lonely world over here. Oh, spring will be a little late this year, a little late arriving. Hard to find, so I can say spring will be a little late this year.
Competing with Mother, huh?
Oh, I can't. Mother says she was trained.
The raccoons got at this, and I had to put tape.
Sing around the world in 80 days. Hmm? Sing around the world in 80 days. I found my world in you. Please. Around the world in 80 days. Around the world in 80 days.
This is, my God, is this Mrs. Beale dancing that dance? Would you open that drawer eating without my other glasses?
Around the world in 80 days. Around the world in 80 days. And then I found my world in you, Jerry.
I found my world in you, Jerry.
Around the
We're
world.
not going around. Go round, round and round, 10 times without stopping. 10 times around the world. We want to see you fall down.
My world in you.
Oh, well, that was my favorite one. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me. But what can be the use of him is more than I can see. He's very, very like me from the heels up to the head. And I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. But the funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow. Not at all like other children, which is always very slow. For he sometimes shoots up taller, like an Indian rubber ball, and sometimes he's so little that there's none of him at all. And one night, something before the moon was up, I went and saw the shine on every buttercup. Yes, that's it. But my lazy little shadow, like an errant, sleepy head, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. There was no shadow that night, you know, when
That's Robert Louis Stevenson, I think.
Oh, God, I used to laugh at that.
Isn't that Addison?
Yes. And there was no shadow that night,
Yeah.
you know. He didn't see it. So he just made up the idea. He had this terrific imagination, you know. Don't you know a lot of those songs, Edith? I mean, those poems?
Alice in
In
Wonderland.
winter I get up at night and dress by yellow candlelight. In summer, quite the other way, I have to go to bed by day. I have to go to bed and see the birds still hopping on the tree and hear the grown-up people's feet still going past me in the street. And does it not seem hard to you when all the sky's clear and blue? And I would like so much to play. To have to go to bed by day.
It's not terrific.
Makes me
That's
cry.
terrific. Who wrote that?
Robbie Louis Stevenson. Robbie Louis Stevenson.
It's about small, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was crying. I felt so sad we were children. Had to go to bed by day. Make me cry.
David, darling, you're a cross between Rudy Valentino and the Great Gatsby.
What's the story? I don't understand. Am I your altar lover or what? Who's it, David or me?
Kept me awake all last night. I can't make up my mind. I wasn't kidding when I said design for living. Did you ever read that story called Wings? After the First World War, this girl's in love with these two aviators. Mm-hmm. And after World War I ends, they just decide to go away together to get over the war. Mm-hmm. So I've forgotten who it was played by, but it's a very famous story made into a movie called Wings. And they start off around the world, this girl with the two aviators, and they have a hell of a time. But ever since then, I had this desire, you know, to find somebody that I liked. I mean, not just one, but two. Now, I'm not talking about the group travel they do nowadays in the space age. You know, my aunt, she's a widow, and she went with 7 other widows. Now, I don't mean that kind of stuff. I mean really to have fun, you know. Not with one, but with two. And I don't mean women either. My days of pleasing men are over. You know, I've said how I used to sit in bars and learn how to drink because they wanted me to drink with them and all that. It's the end. I'm not going to do anything anymore for anybody. Except Mother and the cats, of course. And I like Al and David. As far as being pleasing to men. Well, yeah, I would try to cook up nice costumes and sing songs that they like. But I mean, as far as the social life being pleasing to the opposite sex, I'm not going to waste the time. But then I don't think American men are a bit romantic. I like foreigners for some reason. I like Russians, Italians, Greeks, Poles. They're romantic. What's romantic about an American stockbroker who you played tennis with at the age of 12 down at the Maidstone Tennis Club? What's romantic about that? I mean, I don't want to hear about his Yale days and everything. Or should I just be hot for a spot in the South and sing a bit? I do both, and that's just the hell of it. Should I be sweet or hot? It's up to you.
I don't know any of these songs to be.
Should I sing la da 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 dee da da?
The voice is better since you.
Or just be hot for a spot in the South and sing a bit? I do both, and that's just the hell of it.
It sure is funny.
I like the black stockings.
Never learned that from me.
Should I be sweet or hot? It's up to you. That's for David.
Where's your bust protector? Where was it?
I haven't found it. You think it would look sexier with the bra?
Oh yeah, much.
I think it would.
Much
Isn't it
better than
terrible?
the
I
bra.
haven't found it.
Well,
I think I know where it is.
The sexiest thing you
I think I know where it is.
I say modesty is the sexiest thing you do.
I found that
Just
out.
put your clothes on, boy. You're really sexy.
Should I be sweet or hot? It's up to you.
Oh, you want that, do you? You want that thing again? You say, yeah, well, then it
Don't
comes out
ever
before
leave
Does?
me.
Yeah, hair comes
Now
out.
that
Any
you're
hair doctor.
here.
Any hair doctor will say it's natural hair comes out.
Of course, it's as if you're losing your summer coat.
You know,
She said that I've upset the getters.
Is that the waitress?
Oh, darling.
Is that the waitress or the cook?
This is the waitress.
I don't know who to...
No, would you eat
Eeny,
your meals
meeny,
with her?
miny, mo.
Would you eat this dessert, I mean the meals with her? Would you eat the meals with her?
Sure, I'd eat them. I eat almost anything.
Yeah, and then would you get up and get something, or would she get up and get it for you? Wait.
She would usually make sandwiches for me.
Yeah, but I mean, would
You went out,
Do
David.
you remember in springtime
Eeny,
you used to
meeny,
make me
miny, mo.
sandwiches?
Yes, I do.
Could you make me one
David went
tomorrow?
out.
Yeah, sure will.
Al, darling.
Well, I'm gonna have Edie escort me to the front door.
Edie,
The electronic eyes.
those
Find
people are
me.
waiting. Who are those people out
That's
there?
the second maid, Susan.
Oh, is that the one that loves you so much?
Yeah.
Gonna give up a job for you?
The footage
Is she?
Yeah, that's what she
the
said.
footage you've got on this.
Tell Susan that our first waitress
I don't think I'm
in New
doing it
York
justice,
was
the whole
Susan.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, don't forget that.
I won't forget, I promise.
First waitress in New York was called Susan.
I think I better take a bath tonight.
Is this your mirror here?
And get out a lot of clothes.
Isn't that was feeling?
Really make a big thing.
It was feeling.
I really do.
Right, you told me you carried this all
And it got
around.
terribly hurt, babe. It's just
I'll never
got
have a
hurt.
man look
Don't
at
you
me
think
again
I would
like
have
this.
feelings come and take your place, Gary?
Yeah, I really do. I really.
It never would have happened in Southampton, I'm telling you. The police wouldn't have gone along with it, I don't think. Or it would have leaked out and somebody would have come and said something.
What about Mother? What is she doing?
My father educated her out of the Catholic religion, but he was so cruel to me that I had to go to other sources to get what I wanted, and I got it from the Catholic Church. They told me there was nothing wrong with me, and there was nothing wrong with my mother, and there was no reason why I couldn't get what I wanted out of life, and that I wasn't a dirty dog. My whole life I'd been ground down and insulted every single minute. And I got strength and courage from the Catholic Church, and I can't give them up. That's the answer. I got protection, faith. My faith is quite weak, though, because I'm a negative nature.
So what's with Father Huntington? What's he gonna find out today?
Father Huntington?
Oh, I can't tell him anything that will upset him, David. He's very sensitive.
She's only going to show him how thin she got. That's the only reason.
No, I just...
Not going for any
I
other
haven't been
reason.
since
She's got less religion
Lent.
in her than any
Haven't
girl
been since
I
the beginning
ever
of
met
Lent.
in my life.
Mother doesn't like the Catholic religion because they poured it right down her throat. All her old
No,
relatives,
I
they
loved it when
dragged
I
her to
was little.
church.
I loved it when I was little. I walked to church 3 miles with my father every Sunday.
That's why she doesn't like it.
I do. I love it.
They didn't do that to me. I had to get it on my
Mr.
own and
Beale,
fight for it.
He didn't approve of my going
I got it
to,
the hard way.
to the confessional, after I got married. He didn't think it was anybody's business to find out about my sexual life. Nobody took any religion away from me or did anything to me since the day I was
Let her go to
born.
Mass. He wouldn't let her go to Mass.
He certainly would. I went to Mass up until the time I was 28 years old.
That's how she got so fat, not getting up on Sunday to go to Mass.
What a whopper that is.
Keeps you very thin.
I'm not going to church to keep thin. I'm going to go because I love the Lord.
If
Be
it's Father
sweet to your
Gary,
mother,
I
he
can
says.
tell him,
Be sweet to your mother.
more of my
He
difficulties.
always says that.
Because he's young and everything. But Father Huntington knows my brother. And I wouldn't tell him anything upsetting.
What are you going there for? To show him the new skirt the boys bought you?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going there for?
Well, unless you get the right priest, you don't have a good confession at all.
You don't have a good time. That's what you don't have.
No, it's very serious, but you've got to get an understanding person. It's very
You're starting
difficult.
too late in life, babes.
It's terribly
I made
difficult.
my Holy Communion at 10 years old.
No, I'm not talking about Holy Communion. I'm just
Talking about Holy Communion.
got to have someone that really understands. I fought very hard for my religion. I don't think I should have given it up so easily. No matter what they did to me, I think I should have gone to church no matter what. Even if I did hate the taxi drivers and everything after the raid. I didn't want to be seen down in that church sitting with all those people. But I fought so hard to get it, I should never, never have given it up. So I'm going to go back to it. I know what David thinks.
What?
But he's wrong.
About what?
About the confessional?
Yes, he thinks that I didn't confess any of that.
Confess what?
What you think I should have told him.
I have no idea.
I don't think.
He thinks I shouldn't have danced that way in front of him and
Oh,
everything, and not
no.
signed and everything.
Well, not signed, yes. We all know.
But I
that.
didn't do it for that reason. I was just trying to be...
That wasn't on my mind at all. Whatever.
Yeah, but I was wondering if you thought I should confess
How bad you were?
enticing you or something, you know? I was wondering if he thought maybe...
Isn't that my scarf you got on, Edie?
You sound very guilty, Edith.
Looks like it.
Well, I didn't confess that because I didn't do it for that reason. I just wanted to look... When I sang it. But he did seem very embarrassed. He kept turning away the whole time.
What was this?
David.
I don't think he turned away. I think
well, you didn't see him.
Well, I don't think there was anything naughty.
Well, what was that bad?
Didn't seem bad.
I didn't think it was.
Not unless you strip completely and then run around naked. She never put lipstick on if you're against the sin now. Now that she's gone to church, she can't use makeup anymore.
They said WLNG made an erroneous statement. They said about 5 plots have been hatched. I guess they had spies in the Democratic camp. Don't you think that was it? And probably working in her house, too.
Still doing that thing?
That's the way they do here. Well, everywhere with politics. They put spies in your bedroom, practically. If you're in politics, you can't be too careful. I got 2 grapevine reports. Guess how many people they had at the Republican meeting just lately? Guess how many? I mean, you know, East Hampton Town and Village Board. Republican meeting. Guess how many people? They only had 30. The Democratic Party is coming up again. Guess how many were there? From 75 to 100 people. The Democratic Party. Means the fight for the East Hampton Village has begun. Between the forces of good and the forces of evil. And I needn't tell you who the forces of evil are. Who's the party of special interest that always grinds down the little people? Who's the party that doesn't give a damn as long as they make millions to put in their bank? Who's the party that scrounges around to find out all the dirt they can and use it against the opponent to destroy the 2-party system that made America what it is today? Who's the party who delivered a crooked president? Oh, I'm mad about New York State, aren't you? Don't you adore New York State, the Catskill Mountains and the Bear Mountains?
Yeah, I like the
and the Hudson River, what?
I like the colors around.
Oh, I'm insane about New York State. It's Dutch, you know, and I always think of Rip Van Winkle, Tarrytown, and everything. A lot of old families used to live up there. Do you know my friends are dead that used to live in Tuxedo Park? The Barbets. Isn't it terrible?
Time goes on.
As you get older, your friends, they just fade away. You two haven't reached that yet, have you? I don't think you have. Your contemporaries fading out?
Parents.
Oh, yeah, well, relatives, yes. It's awful, though. Like, nearly all of my... Well, the war took nearly... Oh, all the boys I danced with, they died in World War II. Terrible. You know, the very best. They all died. You know, the great heroes. All dead. Best families. I suppose they were the bravest. Awful. What did they call the people that didn't go, the 4 F's? They always sent the best to fight instead of the, they should have sent the sick ones and the whole thing would have been over, you know, the ones that had physical things wrong. Then the wars wouldn't have lasted. They wouldn't have, they just couldn't have done it with the people that weren't absolutely feeling wonderful. War's going to be outlawed, don't you think? War should be against the law. I remember I wrote that.
It rhymes.
Isn't that funny? Okay, where are you?
Here.
Oh, you're with
which way?
Biggie's, with Biggie's grave. Mother just lost her eyebrow pencil. That's Biggie's grave. He had concussion. I was in
terrible, you know, not to lock him up last summer. But I didn't know where to put him. They entered every single room, so I had to let the cats out. Of course, he might have been run over, but I don't think so. I think he was clubbed. Well, guess we better go. I never came out. I didn't go swimming. See, I usually go swimming. Well, if I don't go during the week, you know, I always got there on Sundays because I went to church on Sundays. This looks beautiful, doesn't it? I didn't see the path. You took the path yesterday.
Yeah.
Isn't it terrific?
Lovely.
Isn't this wonderful? I'm losing a little weight, especially with this. It's quite salty. Now, this is the walk I used to take to the beach. And I don't know whether it's changed or not. I always went over the fence right here. And somebody followed me home. I took notes and everything. There's a big black car used to go around all the time, around the house, and they look like hoods. Here's where I went, right here. And I think the black car used to follow me and see me going to the beach. I think they followed everything. They had a mammoth dune over there that we call the treasure hole. It was the most tremendous dune you ever saw, and we used to go in it when we were little. And the Coast Guard had a little hut sitting. I think the little hut was sitting right there. Just a little tiny hut. The man used to sit in it. Then during the war, they had lookout towers and everything. You know, Coast Guard stations during the war, because they had to report on the planes. That's what they were here for, really, to track the planes. But now you have radar. This was made into a private beach. I think you have to pay $10 and have a sticker. You can't park in here otherwise.
You're giving us a real tour, Edie.
What?
You're giving us a real guided tour. It's like Jackie in the White House or something.
Yeah, I guess so. Thank God. There's a boardwalk under here, my goodness. It's out of this world. It's terrific. Absolutely terrific. The only thing I need are my sunglasses. I forgot them. They made that into, you know, regular beach with a lifeguard. He isn't here now. I guess after Labor Day he leaves. Imagine having no sunglasses. My God. This is the Mannheim's house. It used to be my land. We used to say that we owned right into the middle of the beach, but I don't know whether you can say that nowadays. You know, everything is for the public nowadays. Times have changed. Private property is not long for the for anybody. I hate to tell you this. I don't know where it all went. The private property rights and everything. I can't understand what's cooking. I really see better with the whole thing over my face. I hope I frighten all these people. I'm going to go in as soon as I get warmed up. Oh, this is terrific. Well, I'm celebrating the Kennedys' wedding, September the 12th, 1953.
20 years ago.
Yeah, Newport. I told my brother I hadn't been invited. I think I told him afterwards, and he said, oh, that was just an oversight, he said. But I don't know. The one in Oklahoma got an invitation. I don't think my brother in Glen Cove got one. Mother got one. I don't think she would have gone anyway, though.
Well, there's one thing that remains the same.
What?
Nature.
Yeah.
Man changes and is variable, but nature remains the same. The sun and the moon and all the things go on. In spite of man, he crumbles. It's fairly calm, isn't it? Or am I, what? It's fairly calm. If I go in there, I'm knocked down.
Whoa!
It's terrific, Al.
Yeah?
Absolutely. It's not too cold. I don't know whether I better do any swimming.
All I want you to know, if I loved you, words wouldn't come in an easy way. Round in circles I'd go, trying to tell you, but afraid and shy. I'd find my golden chances pass me by. Soon you'd leave me, off you would go in a mist of day. Never, never to know how I love you. If I loved you. Just ate too much pie.
I don't think that's funny at all. Listen, what, could you put on that black thing I love so much, that from Pearl River? Can you do that for me?
Oh, Mother, that's a nightgown.
Oh no, it looks
I'm not
like
gonna wear
looks like an evening dress. Please put it on.
Oh,
Just
never
praying
I would
about it.
think of it.
Why not? They wear those things. They look like evening
It's
dresses. You know.
transparent. She
They-
sent me a coat.
It doesn't look
and
any
a
more
little
like a
slip
nightgown
to
than
wear
this looks
underneath.
like a nightgown.
It's very cute.
Don't you want to put it on?
How many times does Edie have to change costumes to make you happy?
Oh,
Yeah.
about 10.
A day?
Yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely
did.
right, David.
She
She's very,
keeps
very
the same
particular.
costume on too long, you know. It gets very
She
tired.
likes
Which is your
certain
favorite?
things.
What's your favorite
Well,
one?
I like this black thing. It's a gorgeous thing in black, and it's got
It's a nightgown.
No,
But I
it
could
isn't.
get
No.
something to wear underneath.
No, but wear the black.
I should wear. I
Wear
should have.
those. Wear those.
Oh, I know what I'd wear underneath.
Wear those
you know,
stockings.
Pantyhose.
Oh, I
could
don't
wear
get
that
them
underneath.
excited. Put the damn thing on.